Sophie Lowry. Sophie, God, this trial is being talked about right around the world.
Good morning, Paul. Yes, I think it really is. It's been so fascinating to be in court this week. The things that really stick out in my mind are that 3-hour audio recording that we were played. It was chilling to listen to. I even get shivers just thinking about that audio. We hear her yell no 33 times in 75 seconds. Then we were shown CCTV footage, which shows just how quickly they got together. So they meet up at a bar for 2 minutes. They then go buy alcohol. They're back at his place within 7 minutes. So it happened so quickly. And I guess back to that audio, that thing that struck me about that was how quickly it flipped from what seemed to be a kind of normal Tinder date, if such a thing kind of exists, and then it just gets so ugly. It was pretty awful.
And the interesting thing about this case, in fact, it's almost without precedent that we have so much access to the information. As you say, there is 3-hour audio, blow by blow, in real time of exactly what happened. And then, of course, later in the week, up comes the CCTV footage.
That's the exact thing, and that's why I think it's getting so much media coverage around the world, is we've got this 3-hour audio recording, as you say. We've got Tinder messages that they've released to the court, him saying, I want to do, dirty things to you, you look delicious. Obviously, her family has a huge problem with the audio being released to media. We heard from them yesterday. They said they felt it was disrespectful, hurtful. They even took a swipe at the judge, which is not really the done thing to do during a murder trial, but you can kind of understand. Also, there's the risk of contempt of court with them saying how badly it's affected them. We can't be seen to be influencing the jury in any sort of way, so Oz Media especially, we're wary of that one.
All right, let's talk about, because you've been in court every day, let's talk about the vibe in the courtroom itself. First of all, Tostee himself has been there. Little emotion.
Almost nothing. I can tell you what, I was literally about maybe half a metre away from him, and remember, he's on bail, so he's coming in and out of the courtroom, brushing past us. First day, he was like a normal guy telling his dad, oh look mate, you have to put my phone on silent, actually just turn it off. It was so normal. He's been relaxed the entire time. His parents sit just behind him, and then remember, Warina Wright's family just about 1.5 metres away, then a huge pack of media, and obviously the jury just there. But I have to say, the vibe's kind of bizarre. It started off seemingly normal, like any trial would, but it's getting quite laboured. We're all finding it quite hard to remain non-affected, especially listening to that 3-hour audio again and again. Are people forming different opinions and then changing their opinions about Tostee himself? Because as this evidence, as you listen to this audio, you're forgiven sometimes for thinking, oh my God, if I just put myself in the position of someone sitting there listening to it, oh my God, this woman is a maniac, versus, oh my God, this guy is just diabolically awful. Do you see people apparently changing their sides as the week's gone on? Look, definitely. You talk to anyone in a cafe, everyone's got an opinion about it, even amongst the media. We're all divided, and it's so bizarre because you're reminded again and again. The defence will start talking, explaining his side, saying it was self-defence. She was, in their words, increasingly erratic throughout the night. But then you listen to that audio, that awful moment where it's muffled. It sounds, it's really, really not nice to listen to. And everyone changes their mind. So it's going to be a really tough job that the jury has next week.
OK, well, let's talk about what happens today. I think defence will open today, is that right?
That's right, and so I expect they're going to go very hard on the audio. So the defence we heard from in the beginning said we're not going to hear much from them. Basically, the evidence is the audio, and it's central to the case. They reckon it proves that she was increasingly erratic, she was violent towards him, that he shows he was trying to handle the situation in some sort of way to protect himself. I also think they're going to go hard with these Tinder messages. I think they'll try to say that it shows that she was kind of up for it, not obviously what happened in the end, but that she was keen.
And presumably they will be questioning her state of mind, and will they draw, do you think, on anything that we know about her prior to this date, prior to this event?
Look, I don't think so. Nothing's been mentioned about that, but definitely about her state of mind at the time, and you kind of heard it in the audio. He even says so, you're so drunk, I need to catch up to you, I shouldn't have given you all of that booze. So I think they'll definitely work with that one. You can hear her saying, I'm going to effing Muay Thai you. She was throwing allegedly ornamental rocks at him. We saw the scratches all over his body.
Yeah.
They're going to make a big deal about that.
Yeah, and this is one of the things for the defence, isn't it? They are going for, behaviour as a result of self-defence and preservation of his possessions in his apartment.
That's right. So the two big legal issues will be, first of all, self-defence, and massively, secondly, will be intent. They say there's no evidence for a case for murder or manslaughter even, because the intent just wasn't there. The prosecution, of course, says, well, he allegedly tried to strangle her. So, yeah, there was intent. She was so scared, she ran out and tried to climb down the balcony, and she fell to her death, obviously.
But it still comes